The story of the light bearer. A long time ago, there was a village surrounded by big mountains and thick forests. The land was rich, but the people lived in darkness, not because the sun didn't shine, but because their hearts were full of fear, anger, and selfishness. The people had forgotten about God. They only thought about themselves. They argued, they cheated, and they refused to help one another. The village was cold, not because of the weather, but because love had disappeared. But in this village, there was one man who was different. His name was Eliakim. He still believed in God. Every morning, he prayed. Every night, he asked God to bring light to the village. One night, as Eliakim prayed by his window, something amazing happened. A bright light filled his room. Eliakim covered his face. He knew this was something holy. When he looked up, he saw an angel standing before him. The angel was shining like the sun. The angel said, "Eliakim, God has heard your prayers. The people live in darkness, but he wants to bring them light. You have been chosen to carry his light into this village." Eliakim felt afraid. "But I am just one man. How can I bring light to so many people?" The angel smiled and stretched out his hand. In it was a beautiful golden lamp, burning with a special flame. "Take this lamp," the angel said. "This is the light of God's truth. Walk through the village. Wherever this light shines, people's hearts will change." Then, in an instant, the angel was gone, but the golden lamp was still in Eliakim's hands, glowing with a holy light. The next morning, Eliakim stepped into the village square, carrying the golden lamp. People stared at him. Some laughed. "Why is he carrying a lamp in the daylight?" One man said. But as Eliakim walked, something miraculous happened. A beggar, who had been ignored for years, was suddenly noticed. A merchant stopped and gave him bread. A woman, who had been sad for a long time, suddenly felt peace. She smiled for the first time in years. A father and son, who had been angry at each other, felt their hearts soften. They hugged and forgave each other. People began to whisper, "This light is changing things. What is it?" Not everyone liked the light. The village elders, who ruled with fear, were watching. They saw the people changing, and they didn't like it. "If the people stop being afraid, they won't listen to us anymore," the elder said. "We must stop him," another agreed. That evening, they gathered in the village square. Eliakim was standing there, holding the lamp. One elder stepped forward. "Put out your lamp. We do not need it here." Eliakim looked at them with love and said, "This is not my light. It is the light of God. If you reject it, you choose to stay in darkness. But as for me, I will shine his light wherever I go." The elders grew angry. They tried to blow out the flame, but the wind could not put it out. They tried to cover it with cloth, but the light shone through. Finally, they gave up. The people had already seen the truth. As the days passed, more people came to Eliakim wanting to follow the light. He told them, "This light is not just for me. It is for all who seek God. If you turn from darkness and walk in his ways, his light will shine in you too." One by one, people turned to God. Love replaced hatred. Kindness replaced selfishness. Families were healed. The village, once filled with darkness, became a bright place full of faith and joy. And Eliakim, he kept walking, carrying the light to the villagers. And so, my friends, we too are called to be light bearers. Jesus said, "You are the light of the world," in Matthew 5:14. The world is still full of darkness, but when we live by God's word, love others, and stand for truth, we shine His light. Will you carry the light? And if you have been with me this far, please help me by clicking on the subscribe button. Like the video if you liked it, and don't forget to leave your comment in the comment section. Right, I will shine the light. God bless you.